Injuries and surgeries can rob us of more than just our health. Often, we'll lose initiative to do what's good for ourselves. We'll hold our injuries or our damaged mental state out in front of us and deflect any kind of responsibility to live a good life, much less heal from those injuries. This usually leads to weight gain and cardiovascular issues, bone and muscle loss. Obviously, this is all going to lead to more injuries and issues, but most importantly, there's a loss of sense of self. We become the ailment that restricts us. This is my mother, Yvonne. She's 73. I'm 40. About 13 years ago, while I was living in St. Petersburg, Florida, I had been in a really bad bicycling accident where I had damaged my ACL, my ilium, and my acromion process. I had about 35% capability in these areas after healing. So I was in my late 20s and had to use a cane to get around. Way back over in Tampa, Yvonne had just had 2 spinal surgeries right after being diagnosed with cancer. So she was stuck in a wheelchair and in constant pain. I know, major downer, bro.
I thought it'd be more yeah and less
But stick with me, the story does get better. Being hurt and sick caused both of our outlooks for the future to be respectively quite bleak. Feeling like an old man and past the point of doing anything ever that would be considered youthful or athletic, I gained weight, a lot of weight, and gave up on everything save going to work and falling asleep in the lazy boy in the living room. Yvonne wasn't able to stand but for a minute or two at a time and didn't think she was going to survive through the year. Bleak indeed. I really wanted my mother to have a sense of empowerment for however long she was going to be on the earth with me. So I moved back to Tampa in the hopes that we could help each other facilitate our lives a bit. I started her on physiotherapy and got her walking about halfway down the driveway, then back to the house, then to the mailbox, and as one block turned to 5 and 10, about a year or so had passed and she was conquering her first whole mile since the operations. Surprisingly, by helping her, my injuries began to rehabilitate. I was at 75 and 80% of the capability that I was at on this whole side of my body. Over the next years, we both got even stronger. An older gentleman, about 15 years my senior, had started training me to do extreme off-road mountain biking, incredibly, considering my injuries had originally derived from a bicycling accident. But the training had really helped me mentally and physically. And Yvonne had graduated to walking flat off-road trails, about 2 and 3 miles a visit, with just a couple of breaks. It was incredible to be living such an active lifestyle compared to where we were just a few years before. At a certain point, 5 or 6 years ago, I think we both really wanted to challenge ourselves to see what we were capable of. So we started YouTube channels to have some sense of accountability, and she took off to the mountains of Italy to hike and paint for weeks.
I'm taking 2 classes in Tuscany.
And I started longboarding. And renovating the house. About 2 years ago, I started daily yoga and skateboarding a lot. I now feel very little stiffness or pain in these areas. Yvonne is now doing the river walk on a regular basis, which is about 6 miles in length. Today, she did the Alafaya State Park hiking trail out and back for the very first time.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something, my focus is A1. Every dog has its day, it's been mine since day one. This is real grind and I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining, it's real blinding. And I'm getting hotter too, talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you and I do what I gotta do, let's go hard.
I am so proud of her, and I wanted to celebrate this milestone of hers with you guys today. So please go to her channel, give her some support at Why Paint and Pastels, the link's below. I fully understand that people have been hurt worse than we have, and have more adversity to face than we do. The reason I made this video is to say that recovery may not be easy, but it can definitely happen. Getting just a little better, or being able to do just a little more, or go a little further than you had the day before is all that matters. Sometimes these small achievements build and catalyze extreme change. Psychological, physical, financial, social, whatever damage you've been inflicted with, you can rehabilitate, you can heal, even if it's just one step at a time. Get out there, give it a shot. A Squid Shot.
Okay. You want some soup?